Hi, I'm Becky Streepy from Glue and Glitter, and today we're making hand scrub. Y'all, I wanted to try something a little bit different this week. Did you know that when Glue and Glitter first started, it was a crafting blog? And doesn't that answer a lot of your questions about how it got its name? When I started this blog in 2008, I was a crafter who loved to cook, so I shared mostly DIYs and then the occasional recipe. And over the years, that focus kind of shifted as I kind of discovered that food was more of my passion, and that's how Glue and Glitter became what it is today. But lately I've been missing doing craft projects, and I thought it would be fun to share some of those easy DIYs with you. I'm gonna keep things really simple. You don't have to be a hardcore crafter to make anything that I make. And so we're gonna start with something really, really easy, which is this DIY hand scrub. And y'all, it smells amazing. I wish you could smell it. The great thing about it is that you can, you can scent it to smell however you want. And I'll talk you through that as we go through the process. The other fun thing about this particular project is that I've created a printable label for you. That way you can put a label on the jar in case you want to give this as a gift, make it look a little bit more profesh. All that you need to make this are your essential oil of choice and a few simple kitchen ingredients. Let's get to it. To start, we're going to mix up the base for this scrub, and then we're going to add our scent, and I'll talk you through that because different essential oils can behave differently, and I want to make sure that your scrub comes out smelling exactly how you want. So grab yourself a small to medium-sized bowl and add 3/4 of a cup of sugar and 3 tablespoons of neutral oil. I like using olive oil because its golden yellow color kind of tints the scrub a little bit, so you get a little bit of color without having to add any colorings. For a sugar scrub, I like to use kind of a coarse sugar. Organic sugar is a great choice because it's usually a little bit more coarse than regular white sugar, and that's just because those coarser grains are a little bit better at scrubbing and exfoliating. So now get into your bowl and just use a fork to mix everything together until you have a nice even mixture. It'll be kind of a fluffy sugar scrub kind of texture when you're done. Now it's time to scent. So here's the thing about essential oils. Some essential oils are really, really strong. Something like a lemon or a clove, they have a really strong scent, and you're only gonna need a few drops to get your finished scrub to smell the way that you want. On the other hand, oils like the one I'm using in this video, this is Tranquility from Auracacia. I grabbed this because we had it in the house and because I like how it smells. It's kind of like a sort of soothing, sweet. There's a little bit of lavender happening. It's just a nice relaxing scent that I like. But scents like lavender are a little more mild. You need more lavender oil to get the sugar scrub to have a smell that comes through. The other factor that comes into play with how much oil you're adding is how strong you want the finished product to smell, right? Some people like a strong scent and some people like a lighter scent. So this way you can kind of adjust it to your own liking. So what I say in the written recipe is to start with 3 to 5 drops, and you can go up to 20 drops of oil. You can even do more if you need. That's just kind of a general range to give you an idea. So if you're using something like a clove or a lemon and you want a mild scent, 3 drops might be all you need, 3 to 5. If you want like a stronger scent and you're using a lighter scented oil, you might do 20, you might even do like 25 drops. What I recommend you do is add your oil 3 to 5 drops at a time, mix it in evenly, and then give it a smell and see if you like it. If you feel like it needs more, add another 3 to 5 drops, mix again, smell again, and just keep doing that until you have a sugar scrub that smells just how you want it. Now set the scrub aside and we're ready to put it in the jar. But first, let's put the label on the jar. I'm going super low tech here and just using a couple of pieces of packing tape to affix the label to the jar. So what I like to do is lay down the first strip of tape sticky side up on my table and then center the label right on the tape. Smooth it down just a little bit and then wrap that piece of tape around the jar. Then you'll probably need, unless you have very wide packing tape, you'll probably need a second strip of packing tape just to make sure that the label is totally covered. And the reason you want to do that is because you're going to be using this scrub, probably handling the jar with wet hands, and water is the enemy of paper. So the plastic just protects the label. If you don't care about that, you can use less tape. It's totally up to you. Now that you've got the label on the jar, fill it up with your scrub, slap the lid on, and you are ready to use it or gift it. I like to use this scrub in the shower, so just scoop up a little dollop and then massage it into your hands to exfoliate and moisturize at the same time, and then rinse it away with warm water. That's it. The only other thing I do want to say is that to store this, I want you to make sure that you keep the lid on anytime you're not using it. Chances are you're keeping this in the bathroom or maybe even in the shower, which is totally fine, but the less water that gets into the jar, the better, because the water will dissolve the sugar a little bit. I hope that this video answers all of your questions about how to make your own sugar scrub and how to scent it exactly how you want. If you have any questions that I didn't address in the video, feel free to drop a comment. I'm always happy to help. And don't forget to rate and subscribe.